everyone's fire, it evoked everyone's emotions, and it made everyone think about equitable representation in our society. Today, we're protesting, we're telling our elected officials, we're telling our neighbors, we're telling the country, we're telling the world that we want to see an equitable, fair world. When we look at this statue, we don't see fair representation. We don't see a man who's dignified, standing alongside the magnanimous emancipator, Abraham Lincoln. The petition that we put together that has over 6,000 signatures would like to see one of two things happen. One, we would like to see the statue removed and put in a museum, like the African American Civil War Museum or the Smithsonian Museum of African American History and Culture. These would be more appropriate homes for this piece of history. Then we would like to see it replaced, preferably with an African American woman. Of the 770 some odd statues in the District of Columbia, there's only one African American woman. That's Mary McLeod Bethune. This is an opportunity for us to get increased representation. Alternately, number two, what we would like to see happen is a modification of this statue to show someone who's a contemporary of Frederick Douglass, a contemporary of Abraham Lincoln like Frederick Douglass or Harriet Tubman, standing alongside him at the same size, posture, and dignity. If one of these two things happen, our petition will be successful. So thank you all. I look forward to your questions and seeing how we can move society forward in America and around the world with African Americans being empowered, having a voice, and having positive representation everywhere we go. Thank you. Can you hear me? Here we go. This statue is a symbol. And every symbol must be followed up by substance in what we do. And that's really what I'm calling for. Beyond this, we must address the underlying reasons for racism. The inequities in healthcare, in housing, in jobs, and education. Taking this down does not change any one of those things. Does not improve the lives of any single African American in this country or in this city. We must do more than attempt to just rip something down. With respect to this statue, if you read the history, there are at least a dozen, maybe a little bit less than that, different statues that were put forth. There is one that was paid for by the slaves that has a different vision for this. It does not replicate, it does not show an African American slave on his knees. It does honor Abraham Lincoln as the freedom. In fact, even the Lion of Anacostia has spoke about that, about alternates that we could have gone here. And I think we need to right the wrong here. However, we must not forget the racism that has occurred in our past that has evolved and led us to this day. And we are at a precipice of change. If we do nothing but just simply take down the statue, we are not realizing what we can accomplish in this moment to make it into a movement, to really restore equity and justice for all Americans, all African Americans in this city. We must use this opportunity to do just that.